high in the heart of a vast frozen mountain range, where the air was thin and the silence felt eternal. An abandoned train lay buried beneath years of relentless snowfall. The world around it was nothing but endless white. Towering peaks wrapped in mist, valleys drowned in ice, and winds that howled like distant echoes of the past. The train had once been a symbol of movement, power, and connection. One pale winter morning, as soft snow drifted from a grey sky, a lone traveller climbed the steep mountain trail that led toward the silent wreck. His name was Elias Morgan, a restoration architect. Now, standing before the frozen giant, Elias felt both awe and sorrow. He brushed snow away with his gloved hand, revealing the original crimson paint beneath the rust. Even in ruin, the train carried dignity. Stepping closer, he circled it slowly, inspecting every carriage, every wheel, every broken window. He made a decision that would change his life. He would restore the abandoned train, not to run on rails again, but to transform it into a luxury mountain cabin. The work began with survival. Elias established a temporary base camp beside the train, insulated tents, portable heaters, fuel reserves, and solar generators to power his tools. The first challenge was excavation. Snow had to be cleared from the roof before its weight collapsed the structure. Day after day, he shoveled relentlessly, battling wind that erased his progress overnight. His beard froze with ice, his gloves stiffened, and the cold bit through every layer, yet he continued. Slowly, the train began to emerge. First the roofline, then the windows, then the doors. The exterior was exposed, the true damage revealed itself. Using industrial heat blowers, Elias melted the frozen seals around the main door. When it finally creaked open, a cloud of frost and dust filled the air.
All right.
He stepped inside cautiously, his boots crunching on ice that had formed over the floor.
Hello?
The interior was a time capsule of abandonment. Torn velvet seats, broken luggage racks, cracked light fixtures, and snowdrifts that had blown in through shattered glass. Yet beneath the ruin, the craftsmanship of the original train still showed. Carved wood trims, brass fixtures, and elegant paneling hidden beneath decay. Elias walked slowly through each carriage, visualizing transformation. He sketched designs by lantern light that night, lounge spaces, bedrooms, panoramic windows, a fireplace at the center. Restoration began with structural reinforcement. Corroded steel beams were cut out and replaced with new supports welded into the frame. The flooring was rebuilt using insulated sublayers designed to trap heat. Every wall panel was stripped down to metal, treated against further rust, and packed with thermal insulation strong enough to withstand mountain winters. Next came the windows, one of the most dramatic changes. The shattered glass was removed, and in its place, Elias installed floor-to-ceiling panoramic triple-glazed panels. Suddenly, the once-sealed train opened visually to the world outside, endless snowy peaks visible from within. Electricity followed. Solar panels were mounted along the train's upper spine, feeding power into high-capacity battery banks hidden beneath storage compartments. Warm ambient lighting replaced the harsh railway bulbs, casting a golden glow that softened the interiors. Heating became the soul of the project. At the central carriage, Elias installed a cast iron fireplace, vented through a custom smokestack built into the roof. Around it, he created a lounge, oak flooring, thick wool rugs, leather sofas, and shelves filled with books. Months passed as each carriage found new purpose. One became a luxury bedroom suite with a king-size bed facing the mountain view. Another transformed into a gourmet kitchen, marble counters, copper sinks, modern appliances powered entirely by solar energy. He preserved original railway elements wherever possible, restored brass handles, antique clocks, and vintage signage, blending history with modern comfort. Outside, Elias built a wooden observation deck connected to the train, shielded with glass panels to block the wind, heated chairs, and a fire table turned it into a perfect vantage point for sunrise and stargazing. After nearly a year of relentless work, the restoration neared completion. On the final evening, Elias installed exterior filament lighting along the train's length. As night fell, he powered the system. The once abandoned wreck now glowed like a jewel in the snow. Golden light spilling onto white ground, smoke rising gently from the chimney, windows shining against the storm. It was no longer a ruin. It was a living sanctuary. Elias stood in the snowfall, staring at what he had created. The wind howled just as fiercely as the day he arrived. But everything had changed. Inside the train there was warmth, music, light, and life. What had once been a frozen grave of steel was now a luxury mountain retreat, a place of peace, reflection, and wonder. In the weeks that followed, he lived there alone, cooking meals, reading beside the fire, and watching blizzards roll across the peaks through panoramic glass. Isolation no longer felt empty, it felt sacred. Word of the hidden train cabin slowly spread through photography circles and continued to shine through the snowfall, a beacon of light in a kingdom of ice, proving that even the most forgotten machines can be reborn into the most extraordinary homes.